Hey guys, Cass here, and I have a few videos I'm going to be filming today, so you will see my super minimalistic makeup and my coffee time shirt in several videos today. Or not necessarily today, in the next few videos, hopefully, I can get them up. So yeah, just as a little bit of a note there, if you're curious as to why I'm wearing the same outfit in several videos, that is why. So the first video I have for you guys today, or the first one I'm filming today, so probably the first to go up, is my October favorites video. Now, I'm still working with camera settings. I'm still trying to get a proper setup for my camera. I'm considering going out and buying a new camera soon. But for right now, this is what I have to work with because I'm broke. I say as I have a haul of makeup back there. Yeah, moving on. So to start off with, we're going to talk about some brushes, and holy bejesus do I realize how many brushes I have right now. So these have all been used, so I apologize. They are quite dirty right now. We'll start off with the one that I have from e.l.f. This is the Flawless Concealer Brush, and yes, like I said, it's been used. It's a very fluffy brush. I tend to use it on my under eyes to blend out my concealer, and I actually really enjoy it. The next brush I have to show you is from EcoTools, and this is their blush stippling brush, or it's just stippling brush. No, it's their finishing brush, but it's very much so like a less dense stippling brush. It's really soft. I tend to use this to put blush on just because I feel it gives me a very flawless application, where it doesn't deposit too much product, so I don't end up looking like a clown. I do have blush on today, by the way. It's just not showing up very well on camera. The next two I have, actually the next four I have are from Target, but these two are from a set. This is the full face, I think, or the full complexion set. Anyways, the first one, wait, no, this was not in the full complexion set. What am I on about? This is the face brush. It's just a really dense brush. I do use this for my foundation. I love it. This is pretty much the only thing I use for foundation right now. On occasion, I will use a Beauty Blender dupe, which I believe my current one is a Ulta Beauty Blender. Ignore the ringing in the background. I'm too lazy to go grab that phone, and it's nobody I want to talk to anyways. It's probably some sort of bill collector for the other people who live in this house. So this is probably one of my favorite brushes ever. It's like a favorite pretty much every month for me. It's what I use almost every time I do my makeup. The next part is part of that 4-piece complexion set that I was talking about earlier, and it is just this little brush here. It's somewhat tapered towards the well, it's more tapered down towards the bottom, like it poofs up a little bit, and I really love this for highlight just because I feel like I can get a really precise highlight with it, and it lays down highlight beautifully. Last two brushes are eye brushes, also from Target. These come in a little set. These are their I forget what the duo is called. I just know they're the eyeshadow brushes. And so you get one slightly larger one and one slightly smaller one. I use both of them. The larger one I tend to use to get color on the inside of my eyes, or depending on how dark I'm going, I'll also use it to blend out a little bit of the outside. And this one I tend to use all over. I'll pat shadow on if I'm trying to get a really precise, like say a highlight in the corner, I'll use this, or sometimes I even use it out in my outer corner to try to get more precise. Really inexpensive. I love all of those brushes. Next, I have a lot of stuff. We'll start with a primer that keeps losing its lid. The primer that I've been using a lot lately, on the recommendation of Emily Noel, you might see a few of those things in here as recommendations from her, is the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. Let's see if I can get that to load, to like show up. It's not going to show up. It's in the light blue packaging. I really enjoy this. I feel it does kind of give my skin a little bit of moisture and smooths it out. Next, I have a foundation, and this was recommended by Rachel from Rach Loves, and I am in love. I didn't think I would like this as much as I do. This is the Essence Pure Nude Makeup, natural finish, no makeup feel. I have it in the shade 10. Yes, 10 Pure Beige. I love this stuff so much. This is pretty much anytime I wear just natural makeup, like today I have really kind of natural makeup going on. I didn't want anything too crazy. Just because I'm currently a little bit sick and I had my eyes dilated today. So it's just a matter of comfort and I didn't want to go all out. So I'm wearing this and it just evens out my skin so nicely. It doesn't cover the few like freckles that I have on my face, but it does just even things out. It kind of takes away any redness I've got going on. Now, I don't have major redness, so your mileage may vary on this, but I find it lasts a while too. So it's essentially like a tinted moisturizer, but a little bit better in my opinion. It does have a pump. It is a very messy product. It's very liquidy, so if you don't like liquidy foundations, this may not be for you. I, however, find it to be an okay, like formula-wise like that though. Next I have a powder, and this is another recommendation of Emily Noel and her powders that don't look like powders video. This is the Revlon Nearly Naked powder. I don't know why mine has a discoloration there, but mine is in the shade 10 Fair. There we go. I really enjoy this. It tends to be my kind of go-to setting powder right now just because it gives a little bit more coverage while once again not looking like makeup. So next I have a bronzer, and this is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer Waterproof Bronzing Powder in Sunlight. I believe they have 2 or 3 shades of this. This is the one I have. It's fairly cool toned and, well, it's a little bit warm, but it's cool enough that I can still contour with it if I want to, but I tend to use this on the perimeters of my face to warm things up. Another bronzer I've been adoring, and I got this as a sample in one of the Sephora play boxes. And this is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Everybody talks about this. I'm trying to get it to show up. The Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, I'm considering buying a full size of it. For right now though, I'm quite happy with my tiny size. I almost want to eat it, but I won't because it's bronzer, not chocolate. But I tend to use that for contouring, and I really do enjoy it. I find it blends out really nicely. I have 2 eye products here. The first one is a brow product, which I don't currently have any brow products on right now because I forgot to do my brows. They're not a huge step in my routine, but they've been kind of growing on me a little bit. Growing, you know what I mean? No. That was bad, I know. But this is the brow pencil from e.l.f. I have mine in the shade Neutral Brown? I believe it's Neutral Brown. It's one of the darker browns. I believe I also have it in like a taupe shade. And it looks like this. It's just a really skinny pencil, and it's got the spoolie on the other side. The only thing I recommend is being careful because especially this side, the plastic cap tends to pop off quite easily. But I've tried like the NYX Microbrow and whatnot, and I just could not get into it. It was too hard and waxy, and that was both times that I got it. So I don't know if I just got bad ones or if it's just not a good formula for me. Next eye thing is also something I got in a Sephora sample box, and this is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. Oh my goodness. Guys, this stuff is amazing. If you haven't tried it, I really, really recommend it. It's a brush tip, although it looks kind of like a felt tip. It's a really, really thin brush tip, and I've actually been getting better at my wings because of this. It's my baby, and I'll be very sad when it runs out, but I want to start practicing with my Physicians Formula Eye Booster as well, because a lot of people have said that those are dupes, so. Next, I have a lip treatment, and that is the Jouer Essential Lip Conditioner? No, Enhancer. It was yet another sample from a Sephora play box. It's not gonna show up because it doesn't like me. It's a little lip treatment, and I tend to use this after I exfoliate, which when I exfoliate, I tend to use my e.l.f. exfoliating lip scrubs. This one is in Sweet Cherry. It smells so good. But I also have the original, which I like as well. And I'll tend to put this on afterwards, which is typically a step I do before bed. And I find it's just making my lips feel so amazingly soft in the morning, especially since we're getting into more dry season. And the last thing I have makeup-wise to show you all is this Color Jolt lipstick from Maybelline. And this is in the shade Stripped Down. And let me swatch it for you guys. This is such a pretty nude, like pinky nude color that I'm in love with it. It's this color right here. Looks like so. Very reminiscent of the Too Faced Melted Lipsticks, which actually I don't have that one right there. I thought I did. It's very similar to the one I have that's been coming in a lot of lip sets lately from, there was a couple of Sephora lip sets that came out recently, as well as the kind of Christmassy sets that Too Faced is putting out in the Melted Chihuahua. This one is just, I find, a little bit more, I want to say warm. It's like a little bit warmer to me. And it's also a little bit darker, but they're pretty similar in my opinion. Okay, that one is much more orange, and it is showing up more orange on camera. But it's the same consistency. I actually may like the Color Jolts just a little bit more. So that's it as far as makeup goes. I do have a couple of other favorites. I have a favorite podcast right now. If you guys are a fan of true crime and, you know, murders and whatnot, I really recommend you go check out My Favorite Murder. It is on iTunes and pretty much everywhere that you can find podcasts. They've kind of inspired my kick back into true crime, which led me to this book here, which I'm like halfway through, The Killer Book of Serial Killers. I have 3 in this series. I'm loving them so far. So yeah, it is run by 2 amazing ladies, Georgia Hardwick and Karen Kilgraff. I think that's how you say their last names. I'm so sorry if I got those wrong. But they are really, really amazing. They're funny. And really, you should go check them out because they're adorable and they're talking about murder, which is great. And I do have a candy favorite, and this is gonna sound really, really weird, but of course, Halloween was recently. I have 2 candy favorites, if I can just grab one of the other ones. Oh, there we go. So my 2 candy favorites are both peanut butter related, and for once, not Reese's. The first one is the Butterfinger peanut butter cups. I've been loving, loving, loving these. And the other one are the Snickers peanut butter squared. These are so amazingly good. Now, I currently can't have too much candy because I was recently diagnosed as diabetic, which I can do a whole different video on that if you'd like me to. But that doesn't mean I can't have sweet treats every once in a while. And I do have a favorite drink from Starbucks right now. Actually, it's been a favorite kind of all summer, really. And it is the Strawberry Acai Refresher. I tend to get it in the biggest size with light ice, so it actually lasts a little while. So good. So yeah, those are kind of my favorites for the month. I probably have more. In fact, I know I have more. But if I were gonna sit there and go through every favorite, it would take a long time. So these are just kind of like the best of the best for me right now. I hope you guys like this video. If you have any comments or requests, you know the drill, leave them below. Please subscribe if you haven't already and you enjoy my videos, and I will talk to you all later. Bye guys!